Hello and welcome to Die Rolling. I'm the ever excitable Adam, and today I'm joined by
Seos.
And today we're going to be playing
Posthuman Saga.
Yes, so this was a review copy that was sent to us by Mighty Boards. I played this solo a couple of times, and this is the first time I'm playing this multiplayer. So it's quite a different game multiplayer, because in the solo game you're just going against the AI in this. You've got to stop the mutants from overtaking everywhere. Whereas in this version we both have our own missions, and we're going to be trying to go against each other. This is a bit of a heavier game than you probably are going to be used to. So it'll be interesting to see your thoughts on how this plays.
I'm interested as well because Adam's, he's played the solo before, and he's talked me through some of the elements of it. And part of the reason that it's taken us so long to record this video is because I know that this is going to take me a long time, and we just haven't really had the time. So yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes because, as you probably know, I'm not really a heavy gamer, so we'll see how it goes.
And yeah, it might also, this video we may have to split up in two parts depending on how long it's going to take us to actually film this, so bear with us. Without further ado, let's get to the table and see how we find Posthuman Saga. So, welcome Seos.
Well, thank you.
So I've just set up Posthuman Saga. Now this is the first time Seos has played this. I played this a couple of solo times, and the rules are slightly different when you play solo. So just kind of putting a trigger warning in there. I may get some of the rules wrong, so if you see that, then please don't be triggered. And the first round is probably going to be a bit slow as Seos and I kind of get used to what everything is. Because if you're looking at this from where you are at the moment, which you should be if you're watching this video, then there's a lot of things going on here. Now for your purposes, Seos, no one can see above here. Okay. So this is where it cuts off. This game is a bit of a table hog. So unfortunately, guys, I can't show you our dashboards, which are slightly off the... Well, actually, no, you can see the dashboards, which are here, but you just can't see what items we have equipped here. Okay. So, where to begin? So this is a really interesting kind of post-apocalyptic game where we are trying to keep our place at an outpost. So this is actually a sequel to a game called Posthuman, which I actually have, and it's currently in my brother's house. And that was a game where the world has ended and you were trying to get to a sanctuary. Okay. In this game, we have got to the sanctuary, which is represented by this kind of like, this block in the middle here. It's a bunker, yeah. Now, we've been at this place for a few months now, and more people are coming in day by day. Okay. And the problem we've got is there's going to be too many people here. So we have to basically ensure that we have the right to stay here. So we have to prove ourselves to the kind of the outpost, the sanctuary area, that we are worthy of staying here. So to do that, we have got separate missions that we have to do. So we basically are trying to keep our place at this outpost.
Yeah. Okay, so we're trying to earn our keep, I suppose.
Kind
but
of.
we're proving our self-worth, right?
We are trying to prove our self-worth.
Yeah, why we deserve the place. Okay.
Okay, so that's the general story here. Yeah. Now, we each have our own separate mission that we are trying to do. So, Seos, what's your mission? Feel free to pick it up and read it.
I'm going to have to.
Because I can't read from over there either.
Okay. Cloister of the Pure One. Mission objective. The Hands of the Pure One are a group of kick-ass women who have shut themselves off from the world. They dedicate every waking hour to honing their bodies and minds to be deliverers of justice for the Pure One, the female goddess of mutant retribution. They have a history of opposition to the male-dominated fortress leadership, which has resulted in them operating independently of the resistance network. We need you to make contact with them and persuade them to set aside their animosity toward the resistance leadership in order to work together against a growing mutant threat. But is it goddess? Not mutant.
Yes, probably.
Mutant retribution.
So
goddess of mutant retribution.
I don't know.
There's many words in there.
There's a lot of words.
Okay.
And the bit in bold basically tells you why you want to kind of do stuff.
Yeah. Do I'll just have it shows our little fighting women there.
There you go.
Honing their bodies to become kick-ass, what is it?
Kick-ass women.
Kick-ass women. Of course.
Fair
What more
enough.
do you need?
What more do you need?
So, can
What
I
we've
just
got,
ask?
yes,
Yeah.
what we've got here. So these are the missions we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to complete this first mission here. And once you
Okay.
do that, you're going to be reading 4B, which tells you the next part of the story.
Okay.
Then once you've done that, you're then going to be doing your second mission, which is this thing down here,
Yeah.
and then you'll be reading this thing here.
Okay.
One of these might have a side quest, but you
Okay.
also can complete.
Grand.
Once you've done this, you've done that, you then will be fighting one of the main mutant bosses, and the first person to kill one of these bosses, or once we've done all the rounds here, that's when the game ends, basically.
Okay, cool.
Right. It's worth noting that in this game, there are humans and there are mutants. Most of the world is full of mutants, and as we go through this game, there's chances we will also mutate, which sometimes could be a good thing, but mostly it's not.
Okay.
So my mission is, I've got the Hypno Hideout mission objective. The Hypos, not Hypno. The Hypos are the Hypos are an extended network of intensely paranoid people who have reacted to the fall by zipping themselves up in hazmat suits and making sure no living creature gets within 10 meters of them. They rarely make contact and their bunkers are hard to locate. So we have a chance to rope in one of their groups. Their leading scientist has run off with his assistant after breaking hygiene rules in entertaining ways. The Resistance leadership, yes, exactly. The Resistance leadership needs you to meet up with Dr. Damovich and bring him to the fortress. So that's the general plot I have to do here. You've got to find these kick-ass women. So to do this, we're going to have to travel on terrain types of these particular types. So up here, I'm going to probably explain this really badly, so apologies for this. Let's focus on this first mission here. So you've first of all got to go to each of these type of terrains. Okay. So the question mark can be anything, but I have to find some kind of field terrain. And these are the terrain here, and they have the little icons at the top left to tell you what that actually is there. So I have to do that, or that, and then the other one. And then once I've done that, I've got to finish on a forest tile.
Okay.
Basically, yes.
Can you do two of the same?
Yeah, as long as it's got
field,
as long as it's got a question mark, it can be anything you like in there.
Lovely.
So we're going to be, as we go through the game, taking tiles off of here into our personal supply and then placing them on the board, moving into them, and then doing in a particular order to achieve our objectives. And the Xbox in the background just said it's time to turn off. That's what that noise is if you heard that. Okay.
How good you think your microphone is, Adam?
We pick stuff up.
That's it?
Yeah, kind of. So I'm going to quickly go through this board down here. We've got these things called broadcast tokens. Now, as far as I'm aware, this is just used for a bidding phase to try and bid who's going to go first and pick the tiles here. You start off with 2 in here, and you've got 3 in an exhausted area here. So the exhausted side's on this side. This is everything that's available to you here. Mm-hmm. These little black cubes, you can use them to boost particular things. So you might have a particular skill that tells you you can use. So this one, for instance, I've got a melee focus skill, which says I can exhaust 1 black cube to gain like a hit. It shows it's got snipe ability here.
And it says during ranged combat, if your drawn challenge card has no target, ignore your drawn challenge card to draw a second challenge card instead.
Which is good, because in this game, you're going to be using these cards from your kind of challenge deck here. And if you're doing a ranged attack, you want to get more of these.
Okay.
And if you're doing melee, this is what you'll get for melee. So you're looking for red for melee, blue for ranged. The only problem with ranged is you have to use ammo to use it. So far, so much information. Okay, so that's your boost cubes. Down here is a camp marker, which is one of your 4 actions, which I'll get to in a minute. Mm-hmm. You then have, these are your mission kind of like tokens. So once you do this tile, you'll put that down, then that tile, you'll put this next one down, and then when you go to final tile, you'll put that down. Make sense?
Those top 2, they can be in any order, can't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay, and then this is for your second mission. This is your ammo. You currently got 2 ammo, and this is your food. You currently have 2 food. I have exactly the same over here as well.
Okay.
Your health is on the top. Your morale is on here. Your morale goes up and down depending on certain things that happen in the game.
Don't I know it?
And your fatigue level, this is bad. If it goes up, then you suffer whatever's on here. So obviously if you go here, you'll suffer a morale. You go up here, you'll suffer a health and a morale. You suffer here, you're going to have to discard one of these cards into here.
Okay.
So it gets dangerous. And your experience is at the bottom here.
Okay. Can I ask, because you obviously said that these are the exhausted ones,
Yeah.
how do I get those back into my...
I'll go through that one moment with our
I want to know
actions.
now.
Well, you have to wait because I have to remember.
Could be waiting a while, right?
Yes, at the bottom as well, we have our weapons. So we have starting weapons are slightly different. Obviously, red for melee, blue for ranged. You've got a little kind of speed value here for when you're doing your range to see who's going to go first. And then depending on how many hits you get on your challenge card, this is how much damage you do. So the little teardrop is how much damage you do. And the number is how many of those, so for ranged, how many like of those kind of snipe, targets, you said, you get. So if I got 3 targets, that would do 1 damage. 4 targets, I'd do 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay? Cool.
Sorry, are you expecting me to take this in?
I'm not expecting you to remember much of this. Also, a little card here which tells you what character you are. So you're a scout. It tells you, on the right-hand side, it tells you how good you are at particular things. So I'm pretty pants at range attack, but I'm quite good at melee. You, on the other hand, are good at like ranged, good at kind of melee.
Oh,
and then
melee.
the next one is for kind of
strength.
Yeah, strength.
Yeah.
Speed and mind.
Speed and mind, okay.
And those speed and mind things, they come in at the bottom there. So when you have to do particular challenges, you'll be looking at these things here.
Okay.
So it gives you an idea before going into stuff if it's worth having a go.
Yeah, lovely. Do we pick these in order?
You'll be shuffling them.
And you pick one at random kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah. I'll get to combat when we get to combat. You've also got another little deck of cards over here, which is basically your skills, which you can upgrade.
Okay.
That's how much experience it is. And also there's one card you can add to your deck, which I've already added another card to your deck, but yeah, one of these which says, add this card to your deck.
Skill upgrade. Lovely.
Okay. Right, so that's pretty much that. Let's just get into the game, right? But you can't wait, so...
I think any viewers that are watching this might want to skip forward about half an hour until we actually figure out how to play it.
Until we've done a couple of rounds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, I'm going to read it through here. Seos is laughing now because I've gone through our 12 pages of rulebook and just reading off now. So, the game is set into 3 different phases: a morning phase, a day phase, and a night phase, and it's all written down here for you.
Wow.
So the very first thing you have to do is each player must decide whether they wish to eat food or suffer fatigue.
I guess I'll eat food.
We've all got food, so we're just going to get rid of the food.
I mean, what kind of food is that meant to be?
It's a tin. It's a can of something. Okay, cool. So we've done that. The next thing we have to do is on here we have our round tracker, and we have to flip over this first round thing. Now on here is either a storybook which is crossed through, or it's one of our faces. If it's one of our faces, we're going to be grabbing a story out of here and then going to the storybook, and there's like a little choose your own adventure of what you want to do.
Oh my goodness.
So you have 3 tokens in there that are yours, and I have 3 tokens there under mine. But for this first round, there's no story. There never is. And for the last round, it's the same. The rest of this, depending how well I shuffled it, you might have 3 in quick succession.
Yeah, my face and 5 times in a row.
Okay, so we've got a little broadcast thing here, which basically means we now have to bid to see who's going to be the first player. At the moment, I randomly assigned, which you can't see at the moment, but at the moment, I'm currently going to be the first player, followed by Seos. It was random, you weren't here for it, but, well, we'll see. Also, the point of the game, is to get victory points. Okay. So you've got to finish your mission, but if you finish your mission and I have more victory points than you, then I win.
I presume this is our tracker over
Victory point tracker over there. Obviously, no one who's watching this can see above like 23 over there and 10.
It runs up to 25. You're welcome.
Thank you. So we're going to be going at this point here. The reason I have to tell you that is because there's also a little thingy down here I didn't tell you about. So you'll notice you've got your little tiles here. You've also got these little recon objectives as well. So every time you take a tile off here, which is what we're going to do in a minute, you're going to be taking the kind of recon token that's next to it.
Okay.
If you can put these recon tokens in this particular order on your terrain tiles, then you will get this many victory points. And if you're the first person to do it, you'll also get whatever is in here.
Okay, can you So say for example, I had the tire. Can I put the tire down somewhere here and then have the other one
So
down
you don't
like-
have to
okay.
start with. So let's say we're doing this one.
Yeah.
You could start with the cog there, and then put a research one there, a research one there,
Oh,
and then
okay.
it would
So
be
it can go
I've
in
got
any
3.
other.
As long as you're in a line. Okay.
Lovely.
So there's a bit of a puzzle for this because you do have to be, once you've done that once, you can't then use those again for other things. So it's done.
So it's not like a Scrabble.
No,
layout.
it's not like Scrabble. Great, yeah, that's a great thing. There's also these little things here, which are landmarks.
That
If
was
you manage,
8.
well, we know where 8 is. If you manage to go there, you'll be going for one of the various different landmarks as well, which do other story things.
I think I might find number 8.
Well, there we go.
Do I have to do anything to uncover those landmarks or just place a tile there?
I think you have to camp there. So we'll get to that when we get to that. Okay. Right, so
I love this. I feel like I'm getting half the rules.
that's how it
In
works.
fairness, I won't remember them, so we may as well just drip feed me the rules as and when I need
Okay.
them.
So we're now at the point where we are going to bid.
Okay, place your bid, please. You're
Okay,
number 1.
It's secret, so we have to both do it at the same time because this is to say who's going to go first now. If it's a tie, whoever's got the most,
When do these refresh?
they will refresh when you do a particular thing on one of these. It's when you do a map token. Map action. You can recover 2 of the broadcast tokens.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to put 2 in. How many are you putting in?
I'm gonna put in 1.
After the fact, yes. Okay, so put them.
Sorry, no, I was,
put them
gonna,
onto
I
this
was
side.
only gonna put in 1 anyway.
Okay,
Because I
cool.
thought, I don't know, I'm really confused about when it's gonna refresh, so I want to hold them back. Oops. Oh no, that went down to, that was at 0.
It was
wasn't
0,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so I get to go first. I get to choose any of these things. One thing to note is when you are, one of your actions in here is to forage, and it tells you what items you get from those particular places. Okay, so if you go to a city, you'll be getting a melee weapon. If you go to a forest place, you can get 2 food, and then whatever that symbol is, I can't remember what that is. It's on here somewhere, I think. Or it's on
Is
the
it
back
just
of
a
the
mix
book.
of them?
Yes, I think you get to choose.
Enemy dice types. No.
You get to choose. Where is that symbol gone? I will find out in a minute. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, you get to do something there as well. If you go to a field, you get to have an ammo and a food. And if you go to mountains, you get to search for another ranged weapon.
Okay. You're applying a lot of forward thinking that I'm not going to have for this game.
Okay, cool.
Okay, on you go then.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to grab this city tile, and this just goes off to the side. I take this.
Okay, oh sorry, that one goes back there. I'm going to grab this mountainous tile.
Okay, and you can have 4 tiles on your person at any one point. After that, you have to start discarding. Okay, so that's the morning phase. So now go to the day phase, and this is where there's a little bit more to it. So the day phase, you're going to play one of these cards, and it's supposed to be secret because we're against each other. So the 4 actions you can do. Let's start with forage. So you can move or march.
Can you only do one of these things?
Yes, you can only do 1
day.
per day. Okay. So I should probably just go for the first one, shouldn't I? I've got the forage. So when you forage, you move or march. Then you take the standard loot from the terrain you occupy. So if it was that forest, it's 1 recovery token, which is basically one of these things which will give you back your fatigue with a red thing, morale with a yellow, and a pill gives you health back.
Okay.
So that's what that little circle means.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you figured it out.
I read it. Okay, so when you move your miniature up to 2 spaces away, but you've always got to go through a terrain. So yeah, basically when you do this move or march, you're going to be placing a terrain tile down and moving onto that.
Oh, okay,
Onto
grand.
it like that.
Lovely.
Okay, and then on the top right of here, you've got some particular things there. Once you've gone to that place and you've foraged, you can try to do a mind challenge to get whatever's listed in the top right-hand side.
Okay.
When you do mind challenge, you're going to just randomly draw a card from here, and if it passes that, then it's going to be put into your discard pile until you recover it. And if you succeed, you get whatever's in there. There's loads of information I'm giving you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So that's
I'm
foraging.
sorry I'm not remembering it. I'm trying.
Okay.
But you know what my mind's like.
Camping. So when you camp, you place your camp token in the terrain that you're in, and you may spend up to 4 recovery points. And this is basically how you get your health, your morale, and your fatigue back. Okay. Each recovery point you spend allows you to recover 1 health, 1 morale, 1 fatigue, 1 boost, 1 broadcast token, or 1 random challenge card, which is your cards you're going to be putting into this right-hand side here. And you can spend multiple points to recover as multiple challenge cards or whatever you need. Mapping. So when you map, you recover 2 broadcast tokens, or you can refresh the map queue, which is basically put extra things on here. At the end of every round, you're going to be refreshing this anyway, but you might just want to get some extra stuff. And then once you've done the recover 2 broadcast tokens or you refresh the terrain, you get to place any number of terrain into empty zones adjacent to you. Adjacent is only orthogonal, so no diagonals in this.
Okay.
And you may place any number of scavenge sites onto that. Scavenge sites being those recon token things I spoke about, these things. Okay, cool. And then finally is trek. So trek is the main thing, how you achieve your missions, okay? So to do trek, you basically will be moving on to one of the things you've got listed there, placing down your kind of mission token thing there, and then you have to defeat a bad guy. If you defeat a bad guy, then you've won that, and you're 1 step closer to achieving your mission.
Okay.
So yeah, they're the 4 things you can do on your turn.
Okay. So can I trek straight away?
Yeah, you can if you've got the right tile for it.
Yeah.
Then you can. So I'm going to go first. So I'm going to do a trek. It's really coming out down there, isn't it? So I'm going to do a trek. So I'm going to move on mark. So I'm going to move into here, and then I have to fight a bad guy. So I draw one of these cards here, and we have got.
So can you not put your little...
Not until I've done it.
Okay.
So I've got a pack of wild dogs. So drawing this card to draw your primary challenge card randomly instead of choosing it, which kind of sucks because this is how combat works. So I'm going to go into melee combat. I could do ranged if I want to, but I'm just going to go straight into melee because I'm better at that. So what I do is I have to draw... Normally you'd pick one of these, but I have to just shuffle this.
Yeah, and pick it random.
So that's pretty good. I've got 2 hits and an extra damage.
Okay.
So that's my primary one. Okay, so I choose one melee weapon. So I've got my reinforced bat. I've got 2 hits, so I'm going to do 2 damage plus an additional damage. And they have 2 hit points, so I'm going to have killed them.
Okay, brilliant.
Sorry, no, I'm saying a lot of damage. I'm saying a lot of information here at the moment.
No, I get it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading through this. And now you have to roll the dice for the enemy.
Okay.
So it's
Which
a red,
ones?
a white, and a green.
Red, white, green?
Yeah. I've got a lovely dice tray here just
Oh,
for...
I'm sorry.
But you can keep those.
Oh, that was that.
That was a hit. So they've done 2 hits and a miss. So that will only get them this 1 hit here. So they've done 1 damage to me with that, and they've done an additional damage because there's already 1 there.
Okay.
So that basically means they've done 2 damage to me. And I don't have any... Oh wait, I've got shields to do as well, sorry. Okay, so you had your one you picked or at random in this instance, and then you draw a random one. So unfortunately, that doesn't add anything to this.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think I'm explaining this very well.
No, I get it. I am following.
So I've managed to do...
Can I... Sorry, just so I can clarify.
Yeah.
If you say you've already used this and then you draw the same one as a defense, how does that work?
So defense, you get a special shield on there.
Oh, okay.
That's
sorry,
the icon
that
I'm
makes
looking
sense.
for.
Okay, grand.
Okay, cool.
Because this is like a bum card, right?
Yes,
Unless
unless
you're
trying
range.
to shoot.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I've not managed to defend this, so I take 2 damage.
Oh.
Okay, but I've managed to do 3 damage, which has killed these guys.
Yeah.
So because I've killed them, I'm going to get 1 food and 1 experience point. And the food, guess what that is?
It's a half a tin of something white.
It's the dogs. That's what I'm eating, right? You only ever you don't keep fighting the bad guys. If you fail, you'd only get 1 experience point.
Oh, okay.
As I've killed them, I get this. So they're gone. I put those down. Now the one that I chose, but it was random in this case, that goes into my exhausted thing. I won't get that again. This goes into here until I recover.
Okay. Do you have to shuffle it back in, or? You just leave
That
it?
one, I'll be shuffling before I do my combat. So that's my very first thing. I've managed to do that.
Lovely.
And now it's your turn.
Okay, I am going. What do I do with this then? Because you didn't put yours down.
No,
did
so
it?
you only put that down when you're doing the map thing.
Okay, grand. Right, I'm gonna pop. Can I pop them anywhere?
It's got to
Or
be
just
adjacent to where you are.
Okay. Love that.
What are you doing? Sorry, track action?
I'm going to track, yes.
Cool, so put that on there so we know what you're doing.
So I move into it, yeah?
Yep.
And then I'm going to draw one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so...
Okay, so you've got a mutant guy, a big head trapper.
Big head trapper, look at him.
Now, the interesting thing about him is he's a mutant. So if you don't manage to defeat him before you get into melee and he does damage to you, you're going to draw a mutation card.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so because you're better in ranged, I should do about ranged combat. So the first thing you have to do is you have to pick a card which is going to be your primary thing.
Just at random.
No, you get to choose this.
Oh.
I had to do random because the dog said it was random. So the dogs basically snuck up on me and I didn't really have the chance to react really.
So range is the top one, isn't it?
Yes, if you want to do really good on range.
Is it better to have a skill upgrade or a range?
So skill upgrade is basically an additional card you've added to your deck because I gave you at the beginning.
So I'll use this?
Yeah, so put that down there. So you're already coming out the gate with 3 hits.
Yeah,
and on your...
Sorry, my hunting rifle does...
So that will be 3 hits, will get you 1 damage.
Okay.
You'll also have another card coming out in a minute to assist you with this.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Because 1 damage isn't a lot, is it? Because he has 2 health, is that right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, you've got to discard 1 of your ammo to use this.
Okay.
And then draw 1 random challenge card. So shuffle it up, pick 1 out, and hopefully you get at least 1 hit.
Hopefully. Oh, 1 hit.
1 hit.
Run and gun.
Okay, so... Okay, so now I have to roll for their shooting, which is a blue dice. And I got a miss.
Yay! Thank you.
So, we then decide who's got the highest range value, but you were at a tie because that's 1 and you've got a 3, so actually you'd have gone first. So we wouldn't have done any damage anyway. Anyway, so you killed them. So your critical shot, you've got to place it in your exhausted area there.
Yeah, and run and gun goes back into my deck.
You get a food, so you're eating this chap.
Lovely.
And 1 experience point.
Grand.
And put your hunting rifle back.
Yeah.
You can take your trek card back.
And I'll put down my...
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. Okay, so now it's the
Lovely.
night phase. So this is where we would spend experience points, if we have any. And you spend that on things that are in your deck, your experience deck, but there's nothing in there for 1, I don't think. Which is that thing there. You've already used that.
Have I?
I did it for you at the beginning of the game.
Wow.
There's nothing in here for 1 experience, I don't think.
Okay.
So we then go to replenish the terrain and scavenge sites. You've got the terrain there, just place 2 on there. You also have the scavenge sites as well, which is just over there.
Which one serve? Oh.
In the bag.
So I just put 2 out, right?
Yep. Okay. So we're on to round 2.
Okay.
No story. We're going to broadcast phase. I have nothing to broadcast. So you're going to take first player?
Yes.
Okay,
I
cool.
can't do it without...
You have to spend something to do it.
Spend something, okay.
Okay, cool. So you get to pick which tile and thing you want first.
I'm going to go for something foresty.
Oh, I'm very sorry. We should have taken our food away to begin.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So that's my fault. Cool, so you got that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm very glad you didn't choose this because this is what I need for my next thing.
Oh, is it now?
It is indeed. Okay, so what would you like to do now? It's the day phase. You get to choose one of your 4 things to do.
I suppose I'll trick again.
Yeah.
So pop that down. Move into it.
Mhm.
Okay. And then I draw one of these.
Yep.
And it is peaceful.
So at the start of this encounter, I'll read it, shall I? At the start of this encounter, you may discard this card and draw another enemy card instead. If you kill this enemy, you lose one morale, because this is basically a human who's just hoarding stuff.
Okay.
So you can basically try and take this woman out and steal her stuff, or you can discard that and just draw another character.
So if I kill her, I lose 1 morale.
You'll lose 1 morale, yeah. At the moment, you've got 5.
But she might have some good stuff, would she?
She might have some good stuff. You're going to get a ranged weapon and ammo and 1 experience point if you kill her. If you don't manage to defeat her, you'll just get 1 ammo.
Okay, let's kill her.
Great. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is choose your primary weapon.
I guess I'll go for a rifle again.
And your challenge card.
My challenge card, I can pick it as I like, yeah?
Yeah, anything you like.
I guess my highest is 2, so... Okay.
Cool, right, so then shuffle that deck, draw another card, and that's going to be the card that's going to assist you with this attack.
What does that mean?
Okay, so this means you're going to deal 1 damage. You haven't got enough to actually deal 3 damage though. Sorry, you haven't got 3 hits, so you're not going to deal 1 damage with this. But you're going to deal 1 damage because of that, if that makes sense.
Okay, but then she's still
alive, so we're going to put 1 damage on to her. You get to shoot first because you've got that 3 there.
Okay.
And you also need to give me your ammo.
Oh, sorry.
It's gone. So she's attacking.
Oh, my ammo's gone.
She got 3 hits on you.
No.
This doesn't add up. I can't do 3 damage, so I'm going to do 2 damage on you with that. So you take 2 damage.
From my health.
Yep. And now it's into melee combat.
Okay. So do I get rid of these?
No. So you move this away.
Okay.
Get out your knife.
Yeah.
This one just is kind of locked out for the moment. Shuffle that and draw another card out.
At random.
At random, yeah.
Run and gun.
Okay, so you're looking at this thing now. So you've done 2 hits, which will do 2 damage. And you've got a shield there, so you'll block 1 damage coming from her.
Okay.
We've got 2 reds and a green. So she got 1 hit, which will do 1 damage, but you block it with your shield.
Yeah.
So you have killed this person. So your morale goes down by 1.
Yeah.
You get an ammo back.
Yeah.
You get 1 experience point. And you get to take... I'll just grab you one of these.
Yeah. This is... Oh, I've got extra space. Okay. Oh. What do you do with my knife?
And place your mission token on there. Okay. We should have been adding experience points for this because... Sorry, victory points. Well done.
Well, thank
That's
you.
nice. So what did you get? You got a decent...
I got a Wolfen Reaver. That's tricky to say.
It's better damage than your...
Does it? But then it only gives me 2 of these, right?
It's slower, yeah, and you have to place that in a slot which has got the K sign because it's so heavy. Right, I'm going to join you on a trek, although my health isn't amazing. So I'm going to place this over here, move into this tile here, and then I'm going to fight whatever this thing is, which is a mutant, a man shield. He's got 3 hit points. I'm going to try and shoot him first. So what have I got which is good on both? So I'm going to do that, maintain distance. So that's my challenge card. I've spent the ammo to shoot at him. He doesn't get to defend this at all, do anything. So I did 3 hits, which is enough to do 1 damage to him. Ugh. So that's 1 damage on him then. And now we go to melee.
Do you want me to roll for him? Or not yet?
Not yet. Oh yeah, actually you can because it's at the same time, so yeah, feel free. Oh, shos. Damn you. So let's go to my melee weapon.
You've got 2 shields.
So that doesn't count, that was from last time. So I've got 1 hit, which is going to do 1 damage to him. I got 2 shields there. I may lose 1 shield to gain 1 hit, which would do enough damage to kill him. So I'm going to do that. So I've got 1 shield to stop this. But what the show's done to me here, so he's got 2 hits there, plus a hit there, so he's going to do 2 damage to me. Plus this, so he's doing 3 damage.
But you got rid of...
If I get rid of one of those with a shield.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter which is it.
Yes, but if... Oh, during melee combat, if your speed is 4 plus, gain additional damage. Well, I don't need to worry about that. But yeah, he's done 2 damage to me. I've managed to kill him, so I get an ammo and an experience point. I get to place, got to place this. I have killed him. But what I'm sighing for is because he's a mutant and he's hit me. I'm just going to shuffle these up. I've now become mutated. Oh.
What have you got?
So, I am now skin and bones. Place this card in your heavy inventory slot, discarding any items that were there. You may no longer place items in that inventory slot. If you don't have a visible mutation token, take one now. So, this little eye here means that I am visibly a mutant here. Which basically means if I have a story event come out talking about are you visible, then I have to do a particular thing.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
So, no, I suppose we're not going back to base, are we, during this game?
We're not.
Okay.
You think how that'll influence my...
Yeah.
We'll find out, I guess.
I mean, if it's all about becoming infamous and regarded highly by your peers, becoming a mutant isn't going to help your situation, is it?
It really isn't. So we're on to the next round. Unless you would like to spend some XP to get something extra in there.
I
You've now got
might
2.
do.
Oh, I totally forgot I had these abilities here as well. Whoops.
Oh, I've got this ability as well. I forgot. I don't know what they do. But safe haven, and
Let me grab my skill here. Acrobatics.
I'm sorry, I know you already told me, but what does the black square do?
So you can use that to boost things.
Like to boost dice rolls?
So,
or to
no,
boost...
so for instance, I've got this. During range combat, I can exhaust one of them to force the enemy to reroll their combat dice. Or I can use this. You may exhaust 1 to gain 1 hit. So you might have some cards in there, in your deck, which will let you do additional things.
In this deck?
No, in your skill deck.
I'm not going to take any of these. I'll wait.
Okay. So, we're on the broadcast phase. Oh, no, we're not. We've got to eat food. And let's flip this over.
Shuffle those brilliantly, didn't
I
you?
really did. We have an event now.
How do you know?
Because we got a little events signal down there.
What's that signal? A little
Little,
Harry Potter.
a little Harry Potter.
You
yes.
know what I mean.
A little Harry Potter. So we had an event come out, which is mutant fruit, and I have to laugh about this. As you're about to bite into the juicy apple you've been saving, you notice that it looks ... different than it did when you packed it in your rucksack. It seems that the mutants' experiments have extended to plant genes. You inform the fortress and hope it's not too late to warn others out here in the wilds. Immediately discard 1 food or suffer a mutation. Now, neither of us have any food, so Seos, you're the first player. Please take a mutation.
Listener sensitivity, minor mutation.
Ooh.
During a broadcast, if your bid ties or any other bids, take the position of the tie player lowest on the player order track.
Okay. And then...
That's not too bad.
That's not terrible. And then I get... Twitchy spasms. I may not march. Now, march is an action where you can basically move into here and just have a random tile come out, as opposed to doing that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, you probably should have.
Some things I should tell you before we play the game, right? Because this really affects us now, Seos, because we don't get to pick one of these because it wasn't a broadcast phase.
Oh.
So the only way you can get stuff at the moment is by
marching.
one of these things.
But you can't march.
So, one thing to note as well, food is critically low for you, so you might want to think about foraging.
Yeah.
You might want to think about mapping to get some broadcast tokens back, or even camping to recover some things, like your challenge cards.
I think for this one, I will forage.
I'm just going to double check marching, so I'm not... When you move, instead of moving normally, you may suffer 1 fatigue to draw 1 random terrain from the stack. So you're going to forage. Where are you going to forage? Where you are?
Well, no, it says move or march. So can I march into a random terrain?
Yes, you'll have to take a fatigue to do that.
I don't have any fatigue.
You do. You just move up 1.
Oh, sorry.
Because at once you lose
All
a
the
morale.
rest of them are going the other direction.
Yeah, and your morale goes down by 1.
Okie doke.
And then just draw a random tile.
A random tile.
Oh, that's the best one to get right now.
Okay.
Okay, so place that adjacent to wherever you are.
Can I put it
You
on
can
here?
put it, yeah, and just put that on top. That's not number 8. And then move into there. Okay, cool. And foraging in one of these places is pretty good because you can get 2 food and 1 recovery item.
Yes, please. 2 food.
So, would you like some booze so you can recover some of the fatigue? Would you like a book so you can recover some morale? Or would you like some pills so you can recover your health?
I feel like health is probably the best thing to recover.
There is a pill for you there. These are all from the deluxe edition, by the way. These little cool little things. Otherwise,
Can
it's
I
regular
take it now?
tokens. Yeah, you can at any point use them.
Okay, I'll use it now.
Okay, so you restore one of those. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Now, I would love to march right now. Oh, before you do that, before you finish, if you'd like, you could try to do a mind challenge to get whatever this is as well.
A mind challenge?
Yeah, so what you'd be doing is you'd basically, let me just read out for you, be drawing some cards from your deck.
Let's do it, eh?
So yeah, you're going to pick one of these,
Okay.
and then draw 2.
Pick at random?
No, you pick which one you want to be your primary one. You want to get 4 or more in your speed, which is the white one.
White one. None of them have 4.
You'll be drawing 2 extra cards at random to go with
Okay,
this.
so I'll go for 3.
Okay, yeah. And then shuffle your deck and draw 2 cards. This one is going to join these cards here.
Okay. Oof. Should have picked differently, right?
Would you like to repick?
No, it's fine. So my 2 random ones are...
There you go, you've done it.
Do I have to do another one?
Yep, do another one. Okay, so this goes into here.
Yeah.
You get to get 1 recovery item and an ammo. So here's your ammo. And what would you like? Would you like pills?
Ooh.
Would you like a book? Or would you like some booze?
So the books for morale.
Yep, it's the colour that matches whichever they are.
Yeah. I don't know. Fatigue, I guess.
Okay, you going to drink that now?
Yeah, I'm gonna drink that now.
I'll take that. Okay, perfect.
You enjoying yourself?
Always with sound effects. Okay, so I'm going to camp is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to place my camp marker here. Now what the camp marker means is when we come around to the food of next day, I don't actually have to discard food. I can just get rid of my camp token.
Okay.
So the idea is you're catching wild animals nearby or whatever. So I'm camping there, which basically means I get to spend 4 recovery points. So I'm going to increase my health by 3 and take back, this is at random. So I'm going to take back maintain distance. Okay, so it's the night phase. Would you like to spend your experience points?
No.
We don't need to refresh that, so we're on to the next day. Eat a food.
Get rid of your camp.
Get rid of my camp. And we flip it over. It's me. So, let me just draw out what this is. You've got to read this though.
Yeah, okay.
And you're looking for number 40. 40.
40.
And I'll just have to explain some bits really quickly about what it might be on there. So there'll be some multiple choice things on here depending on certain things. But anyway, it looks like that one's fine. So
Okay.
read it out.
What's up, Doc? What happens if you try too hard to stick to the Hippocratic oath in a world like this? You might end up like Doc Haywire, wandering the roads in a blood-stained lab coat, carrying jars of morphine, antibiotics and a bone saw, blunted through overuse. On balance, it would perhaps be preferable if she didn't seem so amused while performing amputations, but you'll take any medical treatment you can get. Trade. 1 food, 1 ammo, or 1 equipment for 1 medicine token each.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's it. So
Okay.
that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Cool. And that won't get used again in this adventure. The interesting thing is there are about 80 stories or something in there, so
Okay.
it just kind of make the game interesting. Right, so we're down to the broadcast phase. I can't bid on anything, so you're currently the first player. You get to choose whichever one of those you would like.
Oh, sorry. I'll go for that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What do I need? I need a forest. Ugh. I'm gonna grab I'm gonna grab this. Okay, cool. So what action are you gonna do today?
Track really, right?
Okay. Do you think you're gonna be able to beat the next monster without these cards here? I mean, you don't have to kill the monster. You might suffer some damage.
Can I have a quick check of what my cards are or not?
Yeah, you can have a quick look through that.
Well, probably not.
You got a few, haven't you? You got ammo as well, haven't you?
I've got ammo. They're not great though, are they?
And you've got some abilities here. During range combat, if your drawn challenge has no targets, ignore your drawn challenge card and draw a second challenge card instead. So you are better at hitting people. One other thing to note, because there's so much going on in this game, and I have to just throw other stuff at you. This little thing over here.
Mm-hmm.
So once we get to round 7, the bad guys are replaced with a level 2 deck, and the mutation cards are replaced with a major mutation deck. So things get tougher. So right now, I think most bad guys have maybe 3 maximum health, but you're looking at 2 mostly.
Mostly. But we have another 3 rounds to get to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess how do I get my... Actually, what do I want to get back? My best day? How many cards can I get back from here?
So you get 4 recovery points when you do a camp action.
Yeah. Is there any other way to get cards back? Okay, and that's only... you can only get 1 card back, can't you?
No, you can use those 4 recovery points to get any combination of these things back.
Oh, okay, sorry.
They're random though, so you don't get to pick which one you're bringing back.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I guess I'll camp for now. Wait, how do I get this?
So you have to camp at the location, I believe.
Well,
let me just double check, because I might have played that wrong. I forgot you had that there. So you might actually have automatically gone to that location at the end of your last turn. But let me just see if that's listed anywhere in the rules. No, it won't be in the solo area, Adam. Let me just go all the way back around. It's literally the page before I was on. Landmarks! Oh. Just totally messed up my board, guys. And everyone would have seen that.
Oh, how embarrassing.
2 experience points. Actually, no, I spent them. I had 0.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, cool. So landmarks. Yes, you should have revealed that straight away. So flip them over. We know it's not number 8.
It is number 5.
So sorry, we're doing slightly out of turn, guys. This should have been at the end of the last round. It's a workshop.
Ooh.
So something oddly reassuring about bumping into a genuine craftsman in these chaotic times. He's willing to trade one of his upgraded guns for one of yours. While it's landmark, you may discard this card and 1 ranged weapon card to draw 2 ranged weapon cards, then choose one and discard the other.
Should I do that?
Yeah.
Which one should I get rid of? Oh, sorry guys, I have a hunting rifle and a Wolfen Reaver. I feel like the hunting rifle is pretty good though, isn't it?
Say so. It hasn't done Oh, this time. What's this large caliber option here though? So this, you get to do an additional thing. You can discard an additional ammo to gain an additional damage.
Oh, okay.
Whereas this one, this is exactly the same, except this goes a little slower than that. So it depends on what you want to do. If you want to attack someone first in combat, then that's probably best. If you want to do more damage, that's probably best.
I mean, but then the new things might give me more damage anyway.
They might do, yeah.
Okay, so let me stick with my tried and
Old trusty. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so we're discarding this, and you have...
2.
So let's read them out. So we got the Flaming Model 10, which is a kind of shotgun by the looks of it, and it's 0 range, so you'd go last. Does 2 damage if you get 3 hits, which is better than your current weapon. 3 damage you get 4. During range combat, you may not use skill cards. So that's these things here.
Okay.
Whereas the Tier Scout is a heavy weapon, but it's a 12 times scope on that, which means you can exhaust one of your black cubes to gain 1 hit. And it's got the same damage rating as yours, except if you have 5, you'll do 3 damage. It's the same speed as well.
I don't know, is this one better? I just can't. It's clumsy, so I feel like, but I'll do more damage with it.
Yeah.
I know you hate playing, but tell me, which one would you choose?
I don't know. I feel like this would probably serve you better for what you want to do. If you want to hit quicker, it's just an upgraded version of your weapon you've got at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
No.
She's not, but we're going to carry on. So you're going to camp on your turn.
Yeah, so I'm going to camp.
Okay.
Let me get my little tent out.
Now, this stays on the board for the rest of the game.
Okay.
Although you can't do anything with it now. So you're going to camp, so you get to recover 4 things.
4 things. How many of these can I recover?
You can recover all of them if you want to.
All of them?
You got 3, so you're going to spend 3 recovery points doing that?
Yeah.
Yep, so just put them on top of your deck.
Okay.
And then you have 1 recovery point left, so you could recover a morale, you could recover a health, you could recover a broadcast token.
Ooh. I'm going to recover a health.
Okay, cool. So...
How many ammo can I hold?
You can have as much ammo as you like.
How can I gain ammo?
You can gain ammo by doing these challenge cards here, or if you go to a particular place, if you go to a field and do a forage action.
Okay.
What?
Of course, because where else would you find bullets other than in
well,
a field?
it's rural. It's not field. It's rural. Okay, so I'm going to. Oh God, well, my health was on 4, wasn't it? It's the problem with one of these boards when you put the rules over it. I think I'm going to forage where I am. So I'm going to forage here, which basically means I get to get a ammo and a food, which I'm going to need for the next round. So I'm doing alright for ammo at the moment. And then I'm going to try and do this, which would get me a follower. So it's a little guy who's going to assist me.
Okay.
So I need to get a 4 or more to do this. And my speed's pretty good. So I'm going to put a 3 for my speed there. Just get 1. 2, did it. Nice. So that critical strike's gone. And we see which follower I get to join my cause. To find the hypnos or the hypos. I found a bird hunter. When the bird hunter joins you, add 2 red to this card. During range combat, you may discard 1 red from this card to perform a range attack with the following profile. And he's resourceful and violent.
What a wonderful combination.
I mean, that's what you want in a bird hunter. You can have up to 2 followers on your turn, by the way. Okay, so that's the end of the phase. Do you want to spend any XP?
No.
Okay, just put 2 tiles up for me.
Yes, sorry.
Nice. Okay, cool. So let's all eat some food. You don't need to.
I don't need to.
We flip this over. And it's an event. So we're not going to be bidding on these unless you get a map action this time. So Snowfall. Just a few days ago, A light shirt and jacket made you sweat under the weight of your gear. Today, a blizzard sends snow flurrying all around you. It's going to be hard to forage for anything now that everything around you is under a foot of snow. When you forage, you may not attempt to take the bonus loot, which is that top right icon thing. Leave this card in play until the next event card is drawn. If you have a resourceful follower, which I do, ignore this effect.
Well,
It's almost like I planned that. I had.
Bird feathers will keep you warm, right?
That's it. Okay, what would you like to do on your turn?
I would like to trek.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So pop that down. And then fight. Right?
And you found a spitter.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, so what weapon are you going to use?
I guess my...
So if you flip those over, because that's your kind of equipped area, it's got a K in there, so you can have it in there.
Okay.
And then put it up there, so you can see what you're attacking with. Cool.
See if it does me any good.
What's going to be your primary challenge card?
My primary challenge card.
You've only got 2 hit points, so...
Well, that works, okay. That.
Okay, yeah. And so shuffle your hand. I'll take an ammo and draw a card. Oh, nice. So you have done four hits, which is 2 damage, which is enough to kill him, and you get him before he gets you. Yeah.
Okay.
So you killed him. You get item for your backpack,
which is a compass.
Ooh.
Your maximum hand size for terrain and/or scavenge sites is increased by 1.
So it's now 5. So you have to put it into one of your backpack areas.
Right.
So your tier comes back there.
Yeah.
You get your 1 experience for defeating him.
Yes.
And you have just completed your first one, so you get 1 victory point over there. Exciting times. And what's 4B? So, the collector. The officer running the outpost politely tries to communicate how unlikely it is that you'll bring the hands around. He suggests you boost your chances by acquiring an artifact they want. He passes you a map marked with the location of a collector, and he also gives you a silver crucifix in a velvet bag. That should be a fair trade, he tells you. The collector has a Neolithic figurine of the ancient headless goddess. The hand worships her as an early avatar of the Pure One. Trek in...
It's a hand.
Is it not who you... The
Oh,
hands
the
of the...
hands.
That's who
Sorry.
they are. So you've got to trek in a rural terrain that contains a mall scavenge site. If there is no mission token on that terrain, place your side mission token there and score 2 VP. So a mall scavenge site is a little shopping trolley, one of these things. So that thing there.
Okay.
So you've got to trek in a place which has got that.
Rural one, which is
Yeah.
the field one,
And
yeah?
you only get to put those down when you're doing a map action.
Okay. Can I ask something? A little side quest here.
Yeah.
What do I do with these 3 when I've got...
So you have to do
Got them.
so if you wanted to do that, you
Yeah.
would have to do a map action and place them in a line. So probably a good idea for your next turn is to be on that one, and you can place it on your space and adjacent as well.
Okay,
So you can
lovely.
do that next turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. My turn. What am I doing, Shakes?
I don't know. Haven't the foggiest.
You don't care, do you?
I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing really, so...
Well, I can't track, which is good. I'm going to do a map action. So I recovered 2 broadcast tokens, which I'm going to do there. And then I can take a paired terrain and scavenge site. So I'm going to grab these guys. Because I need a forest for my thing. I can't get any more of these scavenge site tokens though.
Oh, no.
But now I can place down, you may place any number of terrain into empty zones adjacent to your terrain you occupy. And you may then place scavenge sites. So I'm going to do this. Place that there. Place this here. Then, do I have anything? Oh, not really.
Have you got 2 wheels?
No, so I'm going to put that like that. Starting this one off, hopefully.
Okay.
Now it's my turn.